Boys basketball top 20. WCAC maintains top spots, while Wilson rejoins the rankings. Oftentimes throughout January, coaches and players on teams in the top 20 would reference the month. They acknowledge their victories were important and fun to earn in the midst of the season, but they were more looking forward to building on that success come February. That is when most private school leagues hold their conference tournaments, and when Maryland and Virginia public school playoffs begin their regional rounds. Teams in this week's top 20 showed their perhaps coming to top form, as few teams endured upsets. 14 teams either remained in the same slot as last week or improved their standing. Here are this week's rankings. 1. Paul Vi, 22-2, last week, won. The Panthers, who haven't lost since December 21st, continued their undefeated run through the WCAC with wins over Bishop Puritan, Good Counsel and St. John's. 2. Gonzaga, 21-1, LW, 2. The Eagles beat the Heights and Good Counsel this week by an average of 50.5 points. 3. DeMatha, 19-4, LW, 3. Without star guard Justin Moore, the Stags fell behind in the WCAC race with a 65-62 loss to O'Connell on Tuesday. 4. Loudoun Valley, 19-1, LW, 4. The Vikings extended their winning streak to 13 games with victories over Parkview and Woodgrove. 5. Rock Creek Christian, 15-3, LW, 5. The Capital Beltway League leading Eagles crushed Arundel twice this week, even without star forward Jermaine Harris. 6. Bishop O'Connell, 17-6, LW, 10. Guard Xavier Johnson, 21 points, and Matt Becht, 17 points, powered a 65-62 upset win over DeMatha. 7. Georgetown Prep, 16-5, LW, 6. The Little Hoyas responded to a 45-40 upset loss to St. Albans on Tuesday by dominating Episcopal on Friday. 8. St. John's, 15-8, LW, 7. After playing 4 straight games decided by 4 points or less, the Cadets couldn't outlast Paul Vi in a 65-55 defeat on Friday. 9. Friendship Tech, 18-3, LW, 11. The Titans picked up wins over Eastern, Washington Latin and National Christian this week. 10. Bullis, 17-6, LW, 12. The Bulldogs picked up wins over St. Stephen 'S/Street Agnes, St. Albans and the Avalon School this week to be tied with Georgetown Prep atop the IAC standings. 11. St. Vincent Pallotti, 28, LW, 9. The Panthers answered a 4-point loss to Street Francis by trumping Glen Elg Country and Bishop Eustace by an average of 22 points. 12. Eleanor Roosevelt, 11-5, LW, 8. The Raiders made up for a loss to Wise on Tuesday by beating C.H. Flowers, 52-45, on Friday. 13. Wise, 14-4, LW, 15. Guards Keyshawn Johnson and Sherwin Devonish powered the Pumas past Eleanor Roosevelt and Suitland. 14. Marshall, 18-2, LW, 14. Daniel Deaver and Joseph Landman each had 17 points to push the Statesmen past Lee for one of 2 wins this week. 15. Theodore Roosevelt, 24-3, LW, 16. Led by guard Darius Miles, 20 points. 4 players scored in double digits to down McKinley, 82-75, on Friday. 16. Potomac, MD, 14-2, LW, 17. The Wolverines averaged 83.5 points in victories over Surrattsville and Largo this week. 17. Springbrook, 16-2, LW, 18. Senior guard Eliano Jessup led the Blue Devils to a win over Blair with 17 points. 18. South County, 18-3, LW, 20. The Stallions received 23 points from center Quentin Millara Brown in a 57-54 win over Robinson on Tuesday. 19. Wilson, 22-9, LW, NR. The Tigers returned to the rankings as winners of 10 of their last 11 games. 20. Fairmont Heights, 14-4, LW, NR. The defending 1A Maryland state champions have lost once, to Rock Creek Christian, since January 9. Dropped out, number 13 Riverdale Baptist, 16-12, number 19 Paint Branch, 14-4 Bubble, Freedom South Riding, 16-3, River Hill, 16-2, Paint Branch,